Gonna go on now, bro, and I'll just call you bro for now.
Cool.
And just tell me, well, tell a little bit about the story about you found the videos and then
Sure.
and then we'll talk about maybe what we can do in getting you back on the right road.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, we're going. We're
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, like I said, in the email I sent you, I was really in a bad way, and like so many people that I hear, on that you've helped, something led me to your YouTube channel, and my first thoughts was, oh, this guy's a trip, and I was watching out of entertainment, and I was like, this guy's crazy. While I'm stuffing food down my face, Chipotle and crap.
mm-hmm.
And then it just started sinking in the more I watched. Let me try this juice thing. And dude, out of nowhere, it was pow. I was hooked. Walking, juicing, watching your videos. It was unreal. Here I was kind of, in a weird way, just watching you for entertainment, and then out of nowhere, I'm doing the things you're talking about, and everything started making sense. And
And
it was awesome.
you're over 400 now pounds.
When I started, I was about 400 pounds. Your videos, I start doing your stuff, it just starts melting off me. I got down to about 330. And then I went away from your channel. No offense. I got wrapped up in other things. I put everything on hold. And my life just went downhill. The weight comes back. And I got the juicer. I got the tools. But I just put all the weight back plus more. Now, I'm not even sure how much I weigh now. The scale just says error, which is, shameful in itself. I don't even want to look at a scale. And now it's just a matter of, I don't want to do anything. I look at the juicer, and I sometimes want to take a baseball bat to it, because the shame of failing, when I know I was doing so good, I can't even get up and go take a walk. I don't want people to see me. I stay inside. I don't want to go outside. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
So, a lot of mental stuff, man. And then I remember you saying that when you start doing all this, you got to confront a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I just broke. I didn't confront it. I just stopped and went back to my old ways. And I found it a lot easier to, go back to old habits.
So let's do something real quick, and let's replace all that shame with courage right now.
I need it. I need to do that, man. I don't know how. That's the thing.
Well, one easy and simple way to begin the process is to say, hey, Dan, I am replacing shame with courage right now.
I need to replace that shame with courage right now, Dan.
Right on, bro. So you just set the wheels in motion to an all-loving universe. My approach is strange, but believe me, these types of things actually work. There is a lot of shame, and what shame is a real block to the flow of energy, a real heavy energy, which obviously just manifests itself as a heavier body, heavier emotions. So hopefully you can begin to lighten up, and you can really take this, what you went through, dropping a bunch of weight, feeling good, getting excited, and then you hit the wall. And this happens to a lot of people, and that's the reason why I wanted to make this video, because, oh man, you don't even know how many walls I hit, in the beginning especially, and the shame I felt. I mean, here I am, raw foods for like 3 or 4 years or something like that, and then I'm over here at IHOP eating huge omelets and pancakes because I can't deal with my feelings. I didn't know any other way. And if the alcohol and the weed, didn't work, then you would go over with the food. So we're always, stopping up our feelings that are hard to deal with, which is when you go raw and you go more into this health, that's really one of the underlying issues, is that you're going to have to confront all this stuff. And then that's really the challenging part, and that's why a vast majority of humanity never will, because when you eat lighter foods like that, you've got to confront your relationships, your relationship with yourself. You got to look at your job. You got to look at all your belief systems. I mean, it's hard work waking up, you know? And it's a lot. You think it's easier to stay asleep and stay on the pizza and the Chinese food, but because that kind of keeps you drugged up and numbed up, but in the end you're really kind of putting yourself into hell.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I've done. I've replaced, like, I was saying in my email, I used to be a drug addict. And, I'm so proud of overcoming that on my own. And I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But all I've really done is replace that addiction with food, and I'm telling you, man, it's a harder drug to kick is the food than anything I've ever done in my life.
Yes.
It's the weirdest thing. Like I run to it like, I don't know, like it's a crack pipe, me and a pizza,
Well, that's exactly what I did. When I got sober, I used food as my drug, and I'm still, I have like literally in the last, 6 months, the last water fast really helped. Particularly the last 3 weeks. I've been suffered so much with letting food control me, and you lose your whole life. It goes away. You lose your life when food runs you. And so, you hear the old saying, eat to live, don't live to eat. A lot of us live to eat. We think about it, and it's an obsession. But, if we can get to that place where we really do want to live. Now, you're talking about digging yourself out of a pretty good sized hole here, bro, and everybody else too, but there's no other choice other than the end. You're going to end, or you're going to change and get excited about how much fun you can have by making you make facing your problems your hobby. Like, that's what I've done. I've made it like a fun, challenging hobby. Am I strong enough spiritually to sit through this, or to keep myself from running back to whatever it was? It always changes. It's one thing or another, and food can usually be one of the last great ones, because it's so socially acceptable to go to church and eat 4 donuts and drink a couple cups of coffee and deal with your life that way, instead of actually just feeling your feelings. And so, yeah, what you have, bro, is the same thing I had, which is an addicted brain, to where the stimulation to release serotonin and dopamine, you need those fancy foods, because your body isn't really producing enough of the neurohormones to produce happiness. Like, you're pretty sad without your food, huh?
I can't even tell you the mood swings I go through, and none of them are good. I'm never euphoric. It's either I'm middle of the road, suicidal. I mean, it's a hell of a thing to go to sleep and just wonder, man, what if I don't wake up? What if I have a heart attack? I mean, every time I go to sleep, I'm thinking, this could be like my last sleep. Like, I might not wake up. And then I think, maybe that's not such a bad thing. And then I start thinking, the pain from my ankles, my knees. How am I going to walk 5 miles a day like I was doing a year ago? Like, to me, I have a better chance of becoming the president than walking 5 miles a day. Like, it just seems so far out of reach. So depression, that wheel starts rolling in.
Yeah, those foods. Well, the depression from you wreak havoc on your mind from the drugs. That's why they wonder, why are you still doing this, Dan? Aren't you perfect yet? And it's like, you don't know what it takes to regenerate the human mind. I will tell you, though, it is possible, because I'm in the middle of really making some incredible strides in my own recovery from depression, drug addiction, and, not being happy. And I've been on the raw for 11 and a half years now, and that's been instrumental. And you get, the cleaner and cleaner you get on the raw, you got to realize that those foods will depress your brain. You will get depressed. It's dead stuff. I mean, you cannot get life from death. Dead food, dead animal bodies, dead stuff. It doesn't work. You can't change nature's laws that are immutable for eons and eons of time. So what can we do in this situation is to really try to understand yourself. That's one of the benefits that I have, is that I've read so many books and have so much understanding and knowledge that I can reflect on that, where you might not have that. So you may want to, do you read the books about the raw food and health?
You know, I was really getting into it. There was a couple of books I've got online. You know, they're mostly like recipe books, but I don't really get too far deep into the spiritual aspect of it and the meditation side of it. I really just kind of keep it. I haven't jumped too far into it. You know.
Well, let me suggest something, and that is to begin to get into those fields of energy. Obviously, like, one field of energy that you were in was the Life Regenerator videos, and that just goes to prove to all you out there, you just can't miss one episode of the Life Regenerator, man, or you're just going to fall down hard.
You know what? It sounds almost comical, Dan.
I know.
But the truth is, when you jump off that ship, which I did, man, I mean, because I went back and was watching day one videos, and I was watching everything, so I was really in tune with, you know, the stuff you're doing, to the point where I was thinking you weren't human, man. Like, how does this guy do this? I mean, I followed all the crap about the people giving you hell on YouTube, the haters, and I said, how does he keep coming back stronger? This guy's bulletproof, you know, and how can I get to that point where he is so zoned in, zeroed in on being the best Dan he can be? I need to figure out how he does that, man, because if I went through half, I'm not even half of what you'd go through, I'd be back on the drugs. Forget the food. So I don't know how you do it, man. You're like from another planet, bro, and I almost don't even want to know. You know, like, don't reveal your true identity, Superman, because I don't think you're real, dude. I missed the Life Regenerator maybe a month. It was over. I was done. And then I tried to get back on it, and I sit here and look at the juicer, and you're in my head, dude. When I take a bite of a burger or something, I hear Dan saying, "Oh, that's animal meat rotting in your stomach. You know, you're gonna stink. You're gonna do that." It's bizarre, you know, how far I've gone, and I just can't snap out of it, though.
You can snap out of it, bro. You've got to get yourself back in that field of energy. I would suggest, obviously, watching the videos again. Pick up a couple of good books about any book about raw foods. Just learning about that stuff, the importance of, you know, avoiding certain foods and adding other ones in. There's some other kind of block going on. There may be some issues from childhood or whatever. I mean, a lot of things going on here, but really, I hope that you can choose self-love. You've got a son, right?
Yeah, 3 years old.
So, I mean, your 3-year-old son, bro, I mean, you gotta get it together, man.
Yeah, he comes up to me and says, "Daddy, too big." You know, which would be great if I was a rapper. It's a great rap name.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't need to hear that from a 3-year-old, you know.
So, has there been any fruit and vegetable consumption at all?
To be honest with you, I'm battling something where I don't even want to look at. Now, my wife made a juice this morning, you know, and no, to answer your question, no. I mean, I'm just sticking to carbs like bad mac and cheese, you know, stuff I feed the kid, I'll nibble on, just horrible. Lots of dairy, which I remember some of the stuff you were saying. Milk and cheese can do crazy things to your head. I'll grab a bottle of water or some green tea, and I'll try to go, a couple of hours just on that, and then I just snap and eat anything in sight.
So you got to get back on the fruits and veg, bro. And I really wish I could locate or get some intuition as to what might be happening at a deeper level with you. I mean, it's one thing you can get off the phone and say, yeah, I'll start eating fruit and vegetables again, but I'm trying to get to that underlying little linchpin, so that we can get you an insight and a little more inspiration. It's never hopeless, bro. In fact, I mean, what do you want to do? What would you do if you were not at a nice healthy weight, I mean, let me ask you something, bro. What would your ideal weight be?
220.
220 and buff.
220, 230. I mean, I can't imagine going lower than that.
But you can imagine it. You can imagine 220.
I've gotten down before that way. Now, the only way I got down that far is because I became bulimic.
Okay.
And I look at pictures and go, man, if I could get back down to that weight the healthy way, without sticking my finger down my throat, that would be great.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. You can. Now, think of that. Think about that. 220. Healthy. Able to walk. Lift weights. Do whatever. Anything. Run even. Just picture that. It's possible. You're how old? Okay.
41.
Okay. And, you can turn this thing around. And we got to just get you excited about the possibilities, because really, in the end, this can be a lot of fun. You may not be able to see that right now exactly. You must have been having fun when you got down to 330 in no time.
I can't even tell you the difference just in mindset with that little bit of weight that I lost
those junk foods, man, they will kill your brain and kill your motivation and rob you of your clarity, and they will depress you. All those additives and food stimulants and flavor enhancers, they will just depress your brain, and you'll be addicted to them. You just have to stay off. It's like heroin. You can't just taper off heroin. You know what I mean? You got to just stop and go through the EBGBs and white knuckle it and just eat real carbs, basically real digestible fruits. You got to have bananas sitting around, oranges, apples, grapes, cherries, everything, dates. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this, because I do have, my kid eats a ton of bananas, and then when I eat the bananas and the fruit, I do get like crazy hungry, and I'm thinking that's from the sugar, because I read a lot of stay away from the fruit, the sugars, it'll make you more hungry. There's as much information that there is out there online, there's also a lot of back and forth. Oh no, you don't want to do the apples, you don't want to do this. So then you get caught up in the, I just need Dan's word, because what Dan says works.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't want to. There's always, because the truth is there's always the other side to the story, and if you put everything into context, there's no right or wrong. So I just tell everybody, eat a lot of fruit and eat a lot of vegetables, because those foods, they just because they're not Chinese food, really. So why eat fruits and vegetables? Because it's not Chinese food, and it's not pizza, and it ain't cheese, and it ain't meat, and it's not acid forming. They're alkaline forming. They're high water, high oxygen. It's really basic common sense. Now, do I want to put a bunch of numbers and percentages and count your calories? And no, because that's just going to make you go nuts. Just wake up and eat some fruit, or make a green juice, or eat a salad, or make a smoothie, and eat real natural foods without chemicals in there that messes up your brain. And so even if it's avocados in the beginning, yeah, you're not going to lose as fast. But at least avocados aren't Chinese food, At least brown rice and steamed vegetables isn't Chinese food with all that crazy stuff, colorants, additives messing up your brain and cooking your neurons, making you addicted to those stimulating foods. And the brain gets addicted to that type of stimulation. And it takes some time to get down to where you can just eat watermelon with lemon on it and be spiritually and physiologically satisfied. But you really have to learn to appreciate what you're doing for yourself when you sit down to eat those fresh foods. And it all adds into a process. When you eat the pizza, you're kind of like a monster, you know? You're kind of just, it's like this animal thing. But when you eat the fruit with the watermelon, with the lemon, it's this sacred thing that you're doing for yourself. You're nourishing your body. You're doing it in a way that fuels the cells, and also it doesn't leave a lot of waste or doesn't cause any problems. I mean, yeah, the Chinese food tastes good, so you have that, but then what? It's leaving sludge layers behind. You just took yourself on a brain high, and now you're going to want to get high on Chinese food tomorrow too. So you're just going to keep on with the cycle. So trust me when I tell you that I have spent the last 11.5 years regenerating my brain from a lifetime of drug addiction, bodybuilding, whey protein powders, Chinese food, and everything, you know. And I'm just not talking about the Chinese food, but all those processed and packaged foods are designed by dudes in white laboratory coats that they have security better than Fort Knox, so that you don't get their secrets about how they're making their food into drugs to keep you strung out, fat, and sick. And there's people above that are the world dominators that want you to be fat and sick and dumb and kill you so that you can be part of the 90% that they want to wipe out. And if you're going to go down that way, but see, that's one of the motivations. I'm not letting these rich dudes that want to control the planet kill me, because I'm not going to be ignorant. I'm not going to take their poisonous needles into my arm. I'm not going to take their poisonous drugs into my arm. And so my way of fighting back is taking care of myself and saying, screw you, I want to live, I want to be beautiful, I want to be thin, I want to walk, I want to run, I want to ride my bike, I want to make love, I want to be happy, at peace, I want to look good, I want to smell good, I want to be flexible, and I want to live a great, happy life, because this is my life. You know what I mean?
Right on, man.
So this here, hopefully we're just transmitting something for you, bro. We're here for you. And do you still have your YouTube channel?
I do, yeah.
Can I send my family of YouTubers, Life Regenerator friends, over to say hello to you?
Sure, it's Walking Warrior on YouTube, and I've done some of the tributes for Dan. You know, like you put some of your clips together with music, just, you know.
That's how I know you. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just my way of saying thanks for, you know, that was when I was really into it, you know, and I just wanted to thank you, and for me even going back and looking at some of those, you know, inspire me, and just, you know, you're just an awesome dude, and I just really wanted to say thanks for everything you do, man, because I know that it takes a special person to do what you do, man. And I don't know how you do it, man, but I'm really grateful that you're there.
Your videos that you've made are the best ones. The ones, I remember those now. I knew, I was like, I remember this name, I remember this story, because I think we're on Facebook too?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've gone back, you know, here and there. And then recently, you know, you had that life-saving deal at regenerateyourlife.org with your DVDs. Mm-hmm. And I got all of them. And they're sitting right here. And I just want to do like a Life Regener marathon and get into this again.
Get into it. Okay, I'm going to send everybody over to Walking Warrior. Is that it? Is that just how it's spelled, one word?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now, my friend, you are the Walking Warrior again. I crown thee the Walking Warrior of strength and courage. I know I can feel your heart has been broken by yourself, maybe somebody else in the past. But now is the time to be implanted with courage. Believe me, I've cultivated courage because I had to. I had to do it for myself. And I have a lot of courage now and faith. And my heart is strong. My doctor tells me your heart is strong. Anybody that feels my heart, you know, says my heart is strong. It's good because I kept on going back to the love, the self-love. So I'm going to send all my people over to Walking Warrior. They're going to tell you that they believe in you, and they do. And this is your rebirth. Get back into the Life Regenerator stuff. Get back into the raw foods, the juicing, the walking. And this time, when you hit the wall, find a counselor. Find somebody. White knuckle it. You're going to run back into your thing again. Believe me, I did it here and there, and I go into the water fasting, and I run into my stuff too. And I'm looking forward to I live in a way that I look forward to those things coming up, to blast through another wall of that challenge, that fear, whatever it is. So start to look forward to the next time you hit the wall, because then you feel like crap, kind of, but now you have a higher set in your mind that says, this is my opportunity. I feel like crap, but this is my chance to face this and release it so I can be done with it forever. Because once you deal with it, it's gone for forever. But if you don't, many people have looked at me and said, I'm just going to die like this. I don't have the courage. You don't have to be one of those people that dies because they don't have the courage to just feel a little discomfort for a little while, for a day or two or three or a few weeks. Get some counseling. Find someone to talk to. There is somebody out there that will listen to you. And then you really are just talking to them so that you can get it out and hear yourself say it. And just cry and just ask for help and be humbled by, God wants us all to heal. It's all in us already. We've just been so covered over our true self for so long that we don't even have hope that we could ever get to that place of feeling good again. But we can. I really want you to stay on it this time and get down to 230. And then dream. Like, I want to go to Thailand. I want to make lots of money on this with my Life Regenerator thing, and travel the world, and I want to take my kids with me, and I want to do huge juicing classes and teach everyone how to make juice, because I don't know of anybody else on the planet who knows as much about juicing as I do. I have dreams. I need a new Toyota truck, man, a new Tundra. I was going to get a Tacoma. See, so listen to what I'm saying. I'm excited because I have these little things that I want to do, like get a truck, and I'm going to get my teeth straightened, and these things get me up in the morning. You know what I mean? And they make me have to be strong and healthy and energetic if I'm going to make these things happen. So you got to have your dream, and it's in your heart. And that's what's going to fuel you on. So don't be afraid to dream, to get a vision, and hold that 220 of buff in your mind and happy, and then live another, 60 years. A good, strong, healthy years, man. It's possible.
That would be awesome.
Do it. Is there anything that's holding you back today from just, the next meal you have, bro, should be a juice or some fruit, but probably just a juice for you, It sounds like you're into the juicing.
I love the juicing, I got to get back into it, so, and not turn back this time, and just, even if I'm not as pumped on my first day, just barrel through it, man.
That's it. And just next meal, just decide in your mind, my next meal is a juice, and then you make your macaroni and cheese for the kid, and then, bam, you know what you're going to have. You already have a plan. Carrot and celery, apple, ginger, lemon, whatever you like, lemon ginger blast, any of those juices.
I'm fortunate. The little one loves the green juice. Whenever I make it, I throw it in his bottle, and he loves it more than the regular stuff I've been giving him, so... I look at that and I just think of how blessed I am. A lot of kids wouldn't be so into that. And he just gulps it down. I don't know how he does it at such a young age, but he loves it.
Well, you got a juicing partner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, what you've done, is just, I'm so grateful, man, because even though I'm down today, you brought me so far out of my funk, in the past. And I'm looking forward to doing it again,
Jim. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. Oh, well, is that okay?
That's all right.
Okay, cool.
That's fine, bro.
I love you, man. I want you to do some more of those videos for me, man. That'll keep you busy.
Right on.
Would you make me another tribute video?
Absolutely, brother.
That'll
you
keep
got
you
so much
busy.
material out there.
And then you on the juices. I wish I could have got a little deeper into you, but you got to know that I care about you, man. I believe in you. I feel your heart. I know this isn't easy for any of us, but we've just got to support one another. So I'm going to send everybody over to Walking Warrior and just be the Walking Warrior again with the juicing and the walking.
I'll do it, man. Thank you so much, Dan. I can't tell you thank you enough. I appreciate it so much.
Email me, Facebook me, and just get a hold of me and let me know how things are going. In about 3 weeks, I want to hear about some weight loss and some mental clarity, bro.
I'm on it, man. And thank you again, Dan. And I'll be in touch and give you some updates.
God bless your family. I look forward to that tribute video, bro. I love them.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you're an inspiration to all of us out there, Dan. And, the way you just keep rising above everything, it's just an inspiration, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're here for a reason.
Okay, God bless you and your family, man.
Same to you.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you, everyone. It is my honor and it's my privilege. If I could cut my heart out and give it to you, I would. It doesn't work like that. I just got to do the best I can with what I got here on this camera and these phone calls. Anything I can do to help, I'm going to do that. And I believe in all of you. I believe in the human spirit. I know how hard this is. I know what we're working against in this world. We need each other. Please go over and to the Walking Warrior YouTube. I'll put a link down below. Click over there. Give my boy some thumbs up. That always builds up everyone. I hope your life is about building people up. I never thumbs down anybody. I never criticize anybody. I mean, sometimes my ego gets the best of me, especially in the beginning. And now, I just want to be known. I don't want to know none of this from Dan, ever. And no criticism of, I don't care what you eat. I don't care what you smoke. I don't care what you do. I'm just going to go like this to you. I'm just going to go like this, up with you, up with your soul, up with your spirit, up with your physical health, up with all things expansive. So, anyways, just doing my best, and I thank you so much for you being here, and just take care of yourself. Get into this to win this thing. There's no right or wrong. There's just do better today than you did yesterday, and bust through the walls. Bust through your plateaus and never lose patience. Sometimes we are plateauing for long periods of time. When is this going to change? When am I going to break these chains? But you can't stop ever. This is eternal. And that's the beauty of the eternal path, the eternal knowledge of your eternal soul. Is that this is never going to end. It's going to be diligent work. Get addicted to being diligent. Get addicted to the bam, you hit the wall. Look forward to the next time your crap comes up to deal with. And then you take that crap and you scoop it and you put it right on the flowers of your beautiful life. The weight you want to be at, the healthy skin you know you want to get back to, the energy, the relationship you may want to build, the new toy you want to buy. I'm going to get me a nice Toyota truck. I'm going to work hard and get that truck. This thing's been breaking down for forever. You got to have dreams. Live your dreams. Make them happen. That's easy. I could keep going on forever. I believe in you. I know it. You can do this. You can do whatever you want. Just never give up. Keep on working, learning. Fields of energy. If you're wanting to stay healthy, come back to this channel every day. I'm not saying that for ratings because I don't get any of the money from the YouTubes. That all goes to Krista. I only get the DVDs. So if you want to help me, go buy DVDs or get a consultation. Most of these that I do are free. They're emergency type stuff, and I don't even want to mess with money. I just want to get these people on the phone, get them the help, and then the way they help me is by letting me make a video so I can keep my daily show going, and then you can benefit. So, bam. I could talk forever because I just want to encourage you to live and love and believe in yourself and be okay with everything that's going on. Okay, Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator. Subscribe to these videos, check out my website, and sign up for my Insiders Club, and I'll send a video over there really soon. Thank you all very, very, very much. do your thing, man. We need you. We need you to do your thing. We need you to do your thing the best that you can. Okay. Thank you.